Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to do some band work, some standing work with the band. Of course, you can always do it without. That's pretty much all you'll need is a band and your mat and some space around you. And let's get started. So always, if you have any knee issues or need extra padding for something, just keep it nearby. It's always a good idea to just come to class with that. We are going to start, though, on our knees, if that's doable. So if you just have like tightness in the knees, put a pillow behind your knees and sit back. If you're just really restricted and you can't do that, lie on your back and pull your knees into your chest. But otherwise, we're gonna sit on our heels and our arms extended out, or if you're having trouble with your shoulders, you put your hands here and put a block or a pillow here for support. And then we're just gonna breathe. So I really just want you to feel your ribs expand. Don't worry about your belly. In fact, you can breathe into your belly here if you wish. Just really find that cylindrical breath, that lateral breath, and then just empty it out. Just notice where you're at today with your spine, your hips. Deep inhale, expanding the sides and back of the torso. And then exhale, melt a little deeper. You'll have some fidgeting going on. That's totally normal and okay. Inhale deep and exhale deep. Just letting yourself melt. We'll do that one more time. Just notice where the tight spots are and try to let them go. And then we're going to inhale. And as we do so, we're going to draw our belly in and we're going to round up. And then exhale and melt down. If that feels really weird to you, which it might, to draw the belly in and then hollow on an in-breath, you can change that breath to an exhale. So see which one feels right to you. But I encourage you to try both. The in is really going to expand everything, and then the exhale is going to let you melt. Do that two more times. Inhale. Press through those shins. Just let that head hang. Exhale to lower. One more time. So we're really trying to get into our back here to stretch it out, open it up. We're going to come up onto all fours. And actually, if we can, we'll bring our knees together, but if that's too unstable, take them apart. And you're going to send your hips to the left, circle around to the right, and back to all fours. And so you're just going to make circles with those hips, back behind your wrists, and then weight on the wrists, back towards your heels, and then towards your knees. Just go where it feels comfortable, waking up the spine here and the glutes. And the hamstrings, a little stretch, just slowly working into bigger movements. One more. So we want to do these bigger movements first before we start just jumping into small ones, and then reverse your direction. Again, if the knees together doesn't work, take them apart. Go where it feels comfortable to you, because we're just warming up here. So you don't want to be in pain or just having to grip in order to stay able to do the movement. So come back to the center, finish this one. Come back to the center. We will send our knees a little bit apart. Your hands have shifted like mine did, bring them back in. Belly to the spine, so don't let yourself sag or hang. Pull the belly in. We're just going to alternate arm and leg. So get a little opening in that hip. Inhale and exhale. As you get ready to lengthen one leg, not squeeze, but draw the belly flesh in a little deeper. Should have enough space. Just get that rhythm with your breath. And if it's too much to stretch your leg and lift it up, just straighten it back. Stretch it out behind you, don't lift it. And same with the hand, you can just stretch the arm out. It's totally an option. Let's do one more each. And then let's take that left leg back, toes on the mat. You're going to slowly lean back at a calf stretch and then release. So reach it back, flex that foot, and release. So we're going to go into a little bit deeper calf stretch in a moment. You can come back to this one when we do the other one if it's not comfortable to you. Or you can come to standing and just do a calf stretch, and I'll tell you that again in a moment. Make this your last one. And then switch. Stretch your right leg back, flex that foot, reach the heel back. Pull a little tighter on this one. Doesn't seem to go very far. So just a nice little rocking back and forth. Spread those hands. Don't forget about them. Push down to your hands. Let's go for one more like this. And then bring it on back from here. We're going to walk you're going to tuck your toes in first. You're going to walk yourselves back towards your feet. So if this is too much flexion or too much stress on your toe joints, come out of it, come to standing, and just do a little calf stretch, where you have one leg behind, or you can come standing and just do a little flexion like so. Otherwise, we're going to continue to walk ourselves back, and then we're going to lift our knees off if possible. Hands can be just in front of you for balance, and then you're going to rock your knees forward and back. So again, you can come to standing and just rock forward and back on those toes, like in a lunge position, or you can stay in the deep squat if your knees will allow it, and rock back and forth. So you get a nice Achilles stretch right through here, and also a little weight bearing on the fingers and toes. But it allows your pelvis also to get some real deep relief here when you're in this nice compact flexed position. You can also lie on your back, knees to your chest, and just point and flex your feet. One more. And then we're going to let our heels drop, push down, and lift your hips. And then lower your hips. Keep the arms wide. If you are standing, just go to a mild bend of your knees. If this is too much of a fold for you, just a mild bend of the knees. You can even have your hands on your knees and just do that much. That's totally an option. Then as deep as is comfortable, and straighten as deep as is possible without overextending the knees. So no greater than just a straight position, which is really a slight bend to that knee as well. The idea is to keep your chest and thigh close, and see how far you can drop your bottom and get that nice little stretch in the sacrum. And make this your last one. Drop your bottom. If your band is close by, grab it. And we're going to slowly push through our feet as we roll up. And we're going to take our band. Ideally, I want a longer band, but this is what I have. This is kind of the standard length, but if you ever have an option of having it cut for you, you almost want it twice as much. You almost want it like probably from the top of the head to the floor. That length would be awesome. So feet about sit bone distance apart. Hold on to the edge of your band, or choke up if you have a long one. Get the hair out of your face. And then from here, we're going to slowly just bend our knees and drop our bottoms, and then straighten your legs. Turn around here. So we're just sending our hips back, nice flat back, and then push. And then if you need more, you can tighten up on your grip here and come up. Inhale, send it back. Exhale to straighten. Now, if you have a long enough band, which I do not, as you come up, you can extend your arm to straight out or even straight up if you have a long enough band. I don't. This is about as far as I can come with this amount of tension and length of the band. As I'm coming up, I'm really pushing into my feet, and then I'm sending my hips forward, but not so much that I'm tilting my bottom or tilting my back, but just engaging my glutes. So find your glute activity. Press through those feet. Let's go for 3 more. 1, 2. Now hold it up here. Circle those shoulders up, back, and around. 2, 3, and really exaggerate up, back, and around. go for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, we're going to take a walk. So feel the heaviness in your shoulders dropping down. Don't come back to collapse position. Feel those shoulders go back and drop down. And here we're going to take a walk to your right, trying to keep some separation in the bands, and then to the left. So keeping tension, I should say. And how much of a stretch to the left is really up to you and the tension in your band. If you have a lighter band, you might be able to go a bigger step, bigger reach. And we're just going to do a few more of these from side to side. Each time feeling those hips, belly still drawing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go one more set each side. 2, 3. I'm feeling it now. 5 and 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to come back to the middle here so you can see me better. And then from here, once again, we're going to roll those shoulders, but back up and around. Back, squeeze them together, and then let them relax. Just give those legs and hips a break. We're going to come back to them. Just a little active rest here. And let's just do that many. We don't want to do a whole lot. We tend to like keep our body forward anyway, so we want to keep from overextending that position. We don't want to emphasize it. So from here now, we're going to take the band under your right foot. I'm going to turn. We're going to go into a little lunge here. So we're taking our left leg back only as far as you can go. Keep that heel grounded. So I'm not going to go way far into a lunge. It's small. I'm leaning over, nice flat back here. We're going to go ahead and just pull those elbows back. A little squeeze of the shoulder blades. Hips are square to the front and square to the space in front of you. Long neck. Think about drawing the chin back. Pull it back. Let's even go for 2 more. Extra. Now keep the squeeze. Shift your weight. In fact, let's do a few of those. So you're feeling this shift while you're keeping those shoulder blades squeezing towards each other like you're holding a pencil. Now, stay over that right leg. Lift that left leg. Tilt forward and drop the left toes. Find your balance. Lift. And lift. Find your balance. Keep those shoulders back. Square those hips. Oh, let's do 2 more. We're doing like 12s today. Now you can keep this leg up if you can keep that balance. I can't talk and turn at the same time. Otherwise, put that foot down. You're going to take you're going to drop the left strap, grab the right one with your left hand, so crossing over, and then you can either stay down or you can lift that leg up, and we're going to pull back. Now you don't want that elbow way out to the side. Well, just kind of more like a 45-degree angle back. But again, you can keep that toe pushing down. Keep pushing your hips to the left, your right hip to the left. You can take your right arm out if you need. Let's go for 4, 3. Actually, I have a wall right here. It's nice. 2 and 1. Put that foot down. And then let's step on in. Turn around before we go to the other side. You've got the band under your right foot. Kind of even it out. You're going to roll that right shoulder down and back. I'm going to slowly lift this leg up and tap it down and lift. So find your balance on this left leg, stretching out the right. Hold it up here and we circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, long necks, 10, reverse, and 1. 2, you can get rid of the band if you need to. 4, 5, keep those shoulders back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it on down. From here, we're going to kind of reverse our pattern here. We're going to start with the leg. Get those shoulders back. Bring the left leg up. And we're going to lift and lower. So we're going to work our way back to our lunge. Lift. Square hips. Keep the belly drawn in and up. See how high you can bring it. It doesn't have to be high, but see if you can really find your flexion while still balancing on this leg. Last 2. And circle. 1, 2. Making sure this left shoulder doesn't come out of the socket. 3, 4. Nice and slow. 5. Ooh, that was big. And 6. Go where you can balance. 7, 8, 9. One more. And reverse. 1. Get rid of the band if you need to. 3, 4. Press down. 5. Stabilize. 6, 7, 8, 9. And bring it on in. From here, we're going to step. We're still attached to that left strap. You're going to step your right foot back. You can kind of lift and lower. See where your range is. And then let's actually do, I forgot, we're going to do this first, our little rows here. Instead of going right into our balance. Give our legs a moment. So just a little row, squeeze your shoulders back. Just looking at about 45 degrees. 2 more. Now keep those shoulders back. Now you're going to transfer your weight. And if you need to do a few more of those, do so. And then transfer your weight. Woo. The side's not as strong. And then we're going to lift and lower that back leg. If you need to, choke up on those straps, but keep those shoulders back. 6. Keep it going. 7, 8, 9. Now you can choose to keep that leg up or put it down. Get rid of your right strap. Take your right hand, grab the left strap. You're going to pull back. Again, you can find your balance. Just another little row here, single arm, but don't twist. The back leg lifted. Two more. Really find your edge, pull it back, and then bring it on in. We stay to the left foot, strapped in here. Choke up as needed. Come to standing, and then get those shoulders down and back. We're going to shift all of our weight to the right leg. We're going to lift and lower this left. In fact, let's give that band to your right hand, and then, oh, that's much better. And then reach and lift. Oops. Keep pressing down through this right leg. And you don't even need to lift. You can just point it out to the side. And you might need to get rid of the band for that, because it will, as you saw, loosen and get rid and start to want to slide off your foot. Find your balance. 9. Now we're going to hold it here, little circles in the side. Now if you need to change to your left hand, and really start laying on the side today, feel free. 3, 4, 5, but keep those shoulders down. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have it's a circle. We have to reverse it. 1, 2, get taller to help you. 3, press down through the right leg. 4, 5, 6, parallel leg. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it on in from here before we go to the other side. Let's bend our knees. Switch the band to the right foot, roll back up, give your band to the left hand, roll those shoulders down and back, shift your weight to the left, don't let yourself sink out on that hip, push down, and you're just lifting and lowering to the right. 2, 3, long neck, 4, 5, try in and out, 6, 7, reach down to go out, 2, 9, 10, come back to the center, we circle, really take your time, 2, 3, if you need to, give it back to your right hand, 5, but you can certainly stay with your left, 6, 7, 8, 9, reverse, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, fight for it, and come back, bend your knees, take the strap out of your, from underneath your right leg, and slowly come up. Okay, take your band, put your feet together if you can, unless that bothers you or makes it too unstable. Band is about shoulder width apart with some tension, and we're going to sit back. So we really stretch out those hips and bring it back to some uniformity. Inhale, sit back, exhale. Inhale. You can always omit the arm movement. Let's go for 4 more. My legs are together. I'm sitting down as far as I can. For some, that may not be too far, and that's okay. Last one. Hold it up here. Firm those glutes. And then we're going to pump those arms back. Inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale. 5 and out. Inhale. And out. I'm getting warm here because I am inhale. 2 more. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Triceps are firm. Last one. And release. Good job. From there, before we go to the mat, let's say you can separate your legs a little bit on this one. Let's take our arms up and reach behind if doable. Otherwise, just get rid of the band and just circle those arms as an option. Or just take it as high as is comfortable for you with the band. The band you pull, especially on the return, so you create space in your shoulders, and the elbows are slightly bent. And reach. So in this transition point, you really pull them apart, and then they kind of loosen a little bit, and then you lift and you pull apart more. Reach. And then hold this one up at the top. Keep that tension apart as you side bend. And over to the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Ooh, nice little popping I'm getting. And over. And again over. And one more time. And release. From here, we're going to take our band. Actually, let's do this, I think, on our knees. So you could do this standing. And if you're going to do this standing, just take your band under 1 foot, unless it's really long. If we're going to do this kneeling, we're going to kneel on our band. Okay? You can do it standing or on your knees. And if you do need more slack, just adjust. The band is going to be in your right hand, palm faces up. The band goes between your thumb and index finger. Now you can stay with this palm up pattern, or you can turn the palm to face the body. See which one works best for you. And then we're just going to bicep curl. So we're going to bring it in and back down. So see where your tension is, your challenge point is with the band. Keep it going. Keep the shoulder back. Go for one more. Now we're going to take that band. I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. We're going to make that bicep curl. We're going to extend the arm up. And we're going to reach over. And then come back. And down. So we're going to go from a bicep, extend, reach over. Think of lifting the rib into the band. Bring it on down. And release. And again, bicep, extend. Keep pressing into the band. That will help you. But you will get a little, you'll get a few moments of kind of a little fighting the band there. Let's go for two more. Bicep, drop the shoulder, extend up, reach. You can certainly do this without any props. And last one. Let's stay here. Come up a little bit. Exhale, so a little pulse. Lift. Now, come back up. Place your hand behind you, still holding onto this band. We're going to exhale and twist. And exhale, twist. You do not have to have the band. You can let it go. It's just adding a little tension. Two more. And it's hard for the hand to hold that. Give yourself more slack if you need it. And release. Before we go the other side, take that right arm across, grab the wrist with your left hand and bring it to a nice stretch. Breathe. If it's getting too much to be on your knees, you can sit back on your heels or come standing, take a break. Take that arm behind you, tricep. Long through the neck. The head's going to want to jump forward, keep it back. And then lastly, take that arm behind you. So I'm taking my hand, grabbing my wrist, and then letting the ear fall to the left. When your ear is falling to the left, make sure your head is not jutting forward, but pulling back. And then release that. All right, let's go to the other side. So adjust as needed. All right, got our bicep curl. So the band comes from the outside of the palm or the outside of the hand or arm. And we're just going to bicep curl. I'm turning my palm to face me. It's a little easier on my elbow, but certainly you can do it this way as well, palm up. I think drawing in and up through the middle. So it's just for support. Go for two more here. One, two. Now we're going to take that. I'm going to give myself a little more slack though. We're going to take that bicep curl. We're going to reach it up and stretch over. And bring it on down. And bicep curl, reach it up. Shoulder tries to relax away from here. And again, draw in and up. Reach. Three more. And over. Back down. Last two. And reach. Check in with the neck. Long back of the neck. And hold it here. We're going to pulse. Reach. Lift up a little bit, then go back in. Check in with that neck. One more. And come back down. All right, from there, we're going to take, we got to do our stretch here. So I knew that was Here's something was missing. Cross that arm in front of you. Let's get a nice little stretch. And then take that arm behind you. Elbow bends, belly in, so don't let yourself drift forward. Keep drawing in and up. And then take that hand behind you, grab with the right wrist. Sorry, grab the left wrist with the right hand. Draw your chin back and tilt your head to the right. And breathe. And release. From there, we're going to sit. Well, we're not going to sit back. We're going to take our hands. And from here, we're going to stretch those arms up. You can tuck your toes under if you prefer. The arms are out. We're going to lean back. Inhale. And then exhale, come forward. So see which you prefer, toes tucked or untucked. But we're just going to do a little hinge here. You can sit in a chair or you can sit on the floor and hinge while you're not, so you're not on your knees. And if you want more, pull back. Find your amount of tension. Lean, open the chest. And lean, open the chest. Always come to standing and just do this part too. Let's go for 3 more. 1, 2, you can continue the lean if you want. Last one. And release. All right, from there, we're going to come onto the mat. All right. We're just going to come to a seated position. And whenever I have the band, I love to roll down. So just gives a nice stretch. So I'm going to choke up on that band, pull in and up, and make sure there's space behind you. Scoop the belly and roll. If you just want to go a portion of the way and come back up, that's fine. Or see if you can go all the way down. Stretch those legs, inhale. Little chin nod. Exhale. And up you go. And again, let's go for 3 more. Belly to the spine. Really pull in against the back with the butt, the flesh, the front abdominal area. You can bend those elbows. Well, let's do 1. Nice and slow. So you really take your time to feel bone by bone coming off the mat. From here, we're going to lean back slightly. We're going to bend our knees and pull them in. So you're in a nice compact position. We're going to extend. So we're balancing on the back of our sit bones. We're going to extend and bend. So the arms are back, the shoulders are back. If you need more help, put your hands down, get rid of the band. Keep it going. Keep that chest nice and open. So you don't want to slouch. Keep it open. Tucking is from the pelvis, but not the upper body. And then keep those legs extended if you can. We're going to roll back a little bit and then come back up. We'll roll down a little bit and then come back up. You can put your hands down and do this. You would put your hands just alongside you, roll back a little bit, push with your hands to lift you up. Now, if you want more, we're going to go for about 3 more. You can lower the legs and lift everything. Find your balance. Push down, push out into the band and lift. Push out into the band, lower, and lift. Oh, we got to do. Inhale, try to time it. Exhale, lift. Oops. Oh, I almost did. All right, stretch those legs out. Lean forward, walk your hands down. You can use your band to help you find a nice long back. If you're able to grab your feet, great. Bend your knees. So you don't want to round like this. You want to keep long. So if you need to, bend your knees. Get your chest on your thighs and fold forward. Hold it here now. From that fold, if you want to go further, allow your head to relax. You can even put your hands on your forehead and support your head. And then see what happens. Ooh, it allows me to drop even deeper. Just breathe here. Feel how your hips are just trying to open up a little bit. You might feel a rotation of those hips in the socket. Now from here, we're going to stay compact and we're going to roll all the way down. Pull those legs in. Extend them up. So if you have your band, make sure it goes over your toes on this one. Okay. If possible, if at all possible, over your toes. And then grab the band, pull the elbows down, and we're just going to point flex while we're here. I think you can see. Point and flex. Nice and simple. Spread those toes. Anchor your pelvis here. If you can't get, you have to have knees bent, that's totally fine. Actually feels really good. But you can also have the legs straight if your hamstrings allow it. Let's go for 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to keep our feet. Oh, actually, let's just keep them pointed. Make sure you're in the right spot. And you're going to let your feet go to the left. We're going to make big circles around to the right and back to the center. Now you can certainly do this with one leg. That would be a modification, or just bend the knees and make it smaller. But your upper body has a lot of work to stabilize your upper torso, so make sure there's not a lot of tension up there. If there is, make the circle smaller. See, how far can I go away without causing excess tension in my neck and shoulders? Put it in the abdomen. Oh, let's do 1 more of these. And then we reverse the direction. To your right, reach around. The legs stay together as if they were one. It's almost like a teardrop shape. One more. And then bend those knees. You can get rid of that band for now. And then from here, feet about hip width apart. Arms will be down. We're going to peel your pelvis off the mat. Get a nice little hip stretch there. And then exhale, roll in. Inhale. Make sure you're not gripping at your neck and shoulders, or definitely at your shoulders. Well, you don't want to grip at the neck either, but maybe you're not gripping at the neck, but you're pulling in on those shoulders like I was. You really have to try to keep them back. And exhale. Press through those heels, lift up, reaching those thighs, knees forward, and roll on down. This time we're going to change it at the top, so we're going to curl up. Hold it here. We're going to come down on the left side, so we're going to tilt our hips to the left, drawing the left rib cage down, moving through that side, come through the center, let the left hip lift, and then come up on the right side. So pause, center in the middle, and now tilt your ribs to the right, roll down on that right side, come through the middle, lift up on the left. So just a little off center there, and then tilt your ribs to the left and hips to the left, circle around, and lift up, center, tilt your ribs and hips to the right, roll down on that right side of the body, so you're on either side of the spine as you do this, instead of coming straight down in the middle. And last one to the left. Coming up on the right. And then last one to the right. End in the middle. Hold it right here in the middle. Belly to the spine. Keep your back in contact with the mat. We're going to lift your right leg up. Lift your left leg up. We're going to alternate. Now, if you want more, you can send those arms up. You can grab your band and double it. And hold it here, alternating legs. Keep those shoulders in the sockets. Let's go for 4. Back is in contact with the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Hold the right leg up. Keep the left leg down. We're going to lift and lower flat back. Exhale, push through the left heel. And lower. Keep your shoulders anchored. Keep it going. 2 more. Bring it down, belly to the spine. Bring that left leg up. Alternate again. Back to the mat. Maybe reach your legs a little further from you this time. 2 more. We're going to keep the right foot down, left leg up. If you need, you'll need to bring it in a little closer. Lift and lower. You can bring your arms back down, or you can go back up with them. So it's your choice, or you can do without the band and just keep those arms up. It allows you to notice, am I anchoring through both shoulders? Exhale, deepen that breath. Don't be afraid to make noise. 2 more. And then pull those knees into your chest. Hug them in for a moment. You can make little circles if you wish. And then from there, we're going to roll to your side. You're going to come on up. And if you need support for your abdomen, I do, grab your pillow, or I'm going to use my disc. So we're going to come onto our stomachs here. And if you do have support, you want to make sure, again, that the tailbone is reaching down, that you're not on it so much that it lifts your bottom up. So that's why I'm going to take a moment here to go, is this in the right spot for me? And the other day, we also did a ball at the sternum. So if that feels more comfortable for this one, feel free to just grab that. But adjust, let your pelvis drop and hang. Hands are going to be alongside you. And the head, actually, let's just work with the head first. So bring those elbows back enough as far as you can. Keep those elbows on the mat. Imagine that ball underneath your nose. You're going to push it away with your nose, and you're just going to lift your head, nothing else, and lower back down. And then reach and lift your head. Just extending the neck. Looking towards your sternum, then looking up towards the ceiling. I'm not trying to lift my sternum. I'm just trying to do my head. I don't want to do any extension in my thoracic right now. Let's go for a couple more here. Make this your last one, but don't come all the way down. Just come to neutral. So back of the neck is long. I'm not tucked. My head is lifted. I'm pulling back. And you're going to hold your head where it is. You're lift it up slightly to the point where you feel like your shoulders are active or dropping down. And then you're going to lift your arms. Just your arms. Keep it going. 9, 1 more. And 10, bring those arms in, hands under the armpits or even further back so that you feel the shoulders dropping down. So go where you feel it, not where it looks like you're in the right spot. Everybody's body is a little different. Mine is a little further back where I feel my arms squeezing in. Then push that ball away, open that chest, and you can begin to open into a cobra or up dog. And lower back down. Same thing again. We're going to reach forward, open that chest, kind of pull those hands back. You don't have to straighten all the way. You can just go to here and then lower back down. And do it again. Open that chest. And it's like my hands are trying to slide back and my chest goes forward. Be very mindful of what you're feeling between the shoulder blades. You don't want any pinched nerves or anything like that. So extension can be very difficult, especially in a world of flexion. Let's go for one more. And then release, belly to the spine, push. Sit back towards your heels for a moment, if that's doable. And then we're going to do one last thing with the bands before we stretch it out. So we're going to take our band, wrap it around our thighs. Make sure you've got enough space. We're going to lie back down, legs and tabletop. Now, you've got this resistance here, okay? We'll flex our feet. First, let's get used to this resistance. Make sure it's in a good spot for you. You're going to extend your right leg up and pull it in and switch. Don't let the pelvis change. Don't let it go with. Stabilize. You can even have your hands to your elbows lifted. And bring it all together here. We're going to place our hands behind the head. We're going to twist to the front to the bent knee. And twist. So let's actually just twist to the left. It's too quick to go to the right. Let's go for 3 more. Twist to the bent knee, pull it in, reach. Last one, then we're going to switch. Although you may have to adjust your bands as mine did. So we twist to the right. And twist. Use your waist and the abdomen to bring you up, not the elbows or the head. 2 more. Feel that tension. Come back to the center, pull those knees in, place your feet flat, scoop the belly, lift up one more time. And from here, shoulders are down. We're going to alternate just like we did a moment ago. Lift, put it down, switch. Feel that tension. And your band, obviously, it might be sliding down. Just let it happen. But feel that resistance. One more each. Lower your spine. Let's bring our arms above the head as we lower our spine, bone by bone. And bring those legs in, taking your band to your feet. Once again, pull down. You can do an underhand grip. Keep your legs up. And once again, we pull back. Pull it back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Like a little row here. Getting a little hamstring stretch at the same time. Last one, hold the arms down and into the mat. Take your left foot out. Just hold your hamstring stretch on the right. And breathe. Now as you're here, keep reaching this right hip down to the mat. Those shoulders back and open. Breathe. Take that leg across to the left. You can give the band to your left hand. So pull that shoulder back and elbow back towards the mat. As this right hip hiking up towards the armpit, see if you can reach it down. You can use your hand to push into it for resistance. And then take that leg over to the right, anchoring this left hip. And what's about the head? Are you jutting it up or gripping that neck? Push that head gently into the mat. Come back to the center. Give it a little tug. Bend that knee. Now you can stay right here, or you can bring the other leg up for a figure 4 stretch. And breathe. And then place that foot down before you go to the other side. Let your legs go to the left. You can look to the right. Get a little rotation here. And just breathe. Come back to the center, both legs up again. A little tug, switch sides. Stretch your right leg long, left leg up. Shoulders down into the mat. Spread those toes. And then give the band to your right hand, take it across. Again, use this left hand to push that hip away. So you try to keep some space. You don't want it hiking up to your armpit. You want to reach it down. And then switch to the left hand. Anchor your right hip. Come through the middle, give it a little tug again. Now bend that knee. You can stay here, or you can go to figure four. And breathe. And then you can put that right foot down and take your legs to the right as you look to the left. And breathe. And it doesn't have to be huge. This side I'm a little more locked up, so I can't go as far, at least not today. But then stay here and just breathe. And then use your abdomen, bring it on back. Pull those knees into your chest one more time. Place your feet down, bend your elbows, push down into your arms, your head, push everything back. You can press your feet down as well. Hold. A little isometric extension here without actually extending. And release. So I'm pressing my head back, I'm pressing my shoulders and my elbows and my feet into the mat. Press. And release. As you're ready, roll to your side and come on up. With that, we're going to end it today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks.